Okay, so I've smoothed this out, but I've left a little bit of the edges showing on some of the facets. Seeing as material wise, this is going to be like a crystalline structure, like salt or what have you. So I think next steps, some are actual structural and some are going to be more visual. But I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to encase this in a cylinder that will be transparent. We'll apply a transparent material to it for looks, for visuals, uh, as if this thing was cast in resin. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and Shift A to add a mesh. I'm going to add a cylinder. And then for cylinder, I'm going to give it a fair number of vertices. Let's just take a look. I'm not going to be shy in this case. I want it to have a nice round appearance. So yeah, that's probably more than I need, especially when I scale things down and what have you. But we'll go ahead and call that okay. I see that my 3D cursor is in a goofy spot. So let's just go ahead and manually place things where I want. I'm going to look at this. Oops. There we go. Let's look at this from the side view. Let's look at it in transparent mode. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scale this down quite a bit. Let's actually scale it down. Maybe that's too much. Maybe here. We'll do something like that. And then I'll go ahead and I'll scale it just on Z. So SZ. And we'll make this nice and big. Maybe that's a little too big. So let's scale it back down. I think I'm going to grab it on Z, so GZ, and I will just slide this up a little bit. Something like that. Let's see. Get a sense of where. Yeah, okay, so let's scale on Z again a little bit down, but not too much. Look at it from a side view. Grab on Z, slide her down just a touch more. Yeah, I think that's nice. All right, so now the next thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go into edit mode. Actually, let's just take a look at this in edit mode. And yeah, no, I think that looks pretty decent. So anyway, I'm going to grab, I guess I don't need x-ray mode on anymore. So I'm going to grab this face. I'm going to push 3 to look at it from the side view. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this on X. And the thinking there is that there's going to be some lettering on the top, whether it's engraved or whatever have you. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to give this a little rotation. Now, note that if I rotate it a lot, the geometry changes and gets very narrow because this face is not changing in scale. And so as the rotation changes, all the geometry has to adjust with it. So having gotten it at an angle that I think looks okay, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scale. So I'll push S and I'll push Y to scale just on Y. And I'll widen this back out to approximately where it was. Okay, great. That's looking much better. And then I think, actually, let's pop back into X-ray mode. And I think I'm going to go in edge select mode. And I'm going to grab all these edges. And I'll right click and subdivide. And let's just well, it says max out at 10, but I can key in more if I'd like. 12? How about 15? All right, we'll go with that. All right, so there we go. We have got a cylinder that will encase the cavern that we have. So I think next steps will be I'll do a maybe a boolean to carve out the center where the inner piece will sit, and maybe for show we'll apply some materials in case we end up doing any kind of a video or something like that with this.